let's get a wide range of your speaking volumes. So start how you're normally going to talk when we talk about albums.
I'm probably just going to talk like this.
Mm-hmm.
And
get loud.
I'm going to get loud. Hey, welcome to the Family Album Podcast.
Okay, that's actually not that bad.
Tom hates albums.
Okay, yeah.
I lowered down for that one.
I appreciate that for effect.
Yeah.
That's pretty nice. Matt, do you have something to add?
He never has anything to add.
Then shut the fuck up.
He was laying down a fat beat.
And I'm going to lay this on my fat cock if you're not careful.
Sorry.
Welcome to the first episode of Season 2 of Tom Hates Albums.
Boy, do I.
I'm your host, AJ Tenari.
I'm Matt Glass.
And I'm Tom Murphy.
For those of you just joining, this is a show where Matt and I bring in our good friend Tom, who, as you know, hates albums, and see if we can find one that he truly likes.
They brought me back for another season.
We got renewed. Mr. Executive.
They didn't
really
read the fine print on the contract.
Actually, be careful when saying his name. His name is Executive.
My fault. It's regional dialect. Tom, it's been a while.
Been a while.
Yeah.
Sorry. I have to do that every time I hear that.
Do you want to explain your music taste, just kind of refresh the people on
God, my music taste is a nightmare.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the best way to explain it. I listen to a playlist. You listen to a podcast.
We're
this
on a podcast
right now. I hope you make it to the end. I get it though.
That's such a bad guy. No, please listen to the end. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I get it though. If you
I understand.
We have timestamps for a reason.
No. I listen to a playlist of like 1,000 plus songs. It's gone up. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's get the exact number.
Oh, sweet.
We've got
Update
my phone.
from season 1.
Drum roll,
I don't know if I
please.
said the number in season 1. Did I? I probably did.
I think so.
Here's the thing. I have 2 playlists, actually. There's Ultimate Playlist, which is every song I like,
Yeah.
and Normal Playlist, which is one I'm a little less
not
ashamed
scaring the hose
to
music.
to put
Yeah.
on shuffle in the car. So I'll just read both. Normal Songs is 61 hours and 47 minutes long.
Cool.
And then the Long Boy, 80 hours and 53 minutes.
Hell yeah, man.
I'm pretty sure that's mostly like epic
Yeah.
rap battles. I think that's
good.
That's a lot of what I cut out for the normal playlist.
That's like at least like an hour's worth of
Jesus
the 80
Christ.
hours.
I also recently made an open to the public playlist called Tom Hates Albums plus my guest episodes. So if you're really like me and you want to listen to just my episodes over and over again, it's on Spotify.
Well, if you need to catch up, there's the perfect playlist for you. For those returning listeners, we usually bring on classic, critically acclaimed albums to see if we can find one that Tom truly likes. And I think we're starting off the season with a bang, because we got a certified classic, so much so that I'm wearing a t-shirt of it right now. And that is Purple
The
Rain
Yellow
by
River
Prince.
Boy. Oh.
No, that's next episode.
Guys,
Tom.
listen, this is a Venn diagram.
It's
Both involve liquids. You got the Purple Rain and the Yellow
The
River.
Yellow River.
And you mix them together and they're like a
it's
weird
brown.
brown.
It's Mr. Mud.
But yes, we are listening to critically acclaimed album by Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain.
Yes, an iconic album. It deserves all the acclaim that it gets, and one that Tom will deliver all of his opinions on.
I feel like this album in particular really fits Tom Murphy in that it's also a movie.
That is true.
There is a
It's
movie
soundtrack.
called Purple Rain, right?
Yeah.
And the album is the soundtrack for
To
the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know what I haven't actually seen the movie.
I
For
don't
those who don't
remember.
know, I like movies a lot.
He does.
That's true.
If we were to shuffle that playlist, there's a good chance when a song comes on, I could be like, oh, I learned about this song from
that
blank.
movie. Yeah.
Like Turn Back Time by Cher came on the other day. And I had to explain that I learned that song from the Deadpool 2 end credit scene.
I see.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Right?
Nice.
It's some fun little trivia that I have. I only know songs based
With
on
their own
movies
movies.
they've been in.
Yeah. If you listen to season 1, you would know that as well.
My music taste is a nightmare. It's prediction time. Predictions are coming. Feel free to
And
use any
so
of
am
the-
I.
Whoa. This is a family-friendly podcast.
Yeah, there's family in the name, dude.
I
Come
only
on.
dropped like 2 F-bombs already. But the kids love this
Yeah,
show.
family and family.
And fuck. I mean, friends.
Oh
friends.
God, executives calling right now. Matt, what are Tom's opinions on this album? What do you think?
Oh gosh, this is kind of a hard one.
I agree.
It really could go either way, I feel like, because the thing is, it's very upbeat in nature, up to like maybe 1, possibly 2 points.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of it is very iconic music. I mean, influential music of the 80s. Revolutionary music
It's in
of
the name.
80s. You know what? What the fuck? I'll say that maybe you like this album a little bit more. Like you're favoring this album more than like
You want to throw a number out just out of 10? Take a guess.
That's
a gander.
You're so accusatory, Tom.
I didn't mean that as accusatory.
You want to
throw a number?
You want to fucking throw a number? Stop your talking, please.
Stop being a fucking bitch.
It's I don't want to say too high.
Wait, family friendly. Sorry, kids.
Buster?
Yeah. You want to throw out a flapjackin' numero, Buster Brown?
Siete.
That means 7.
Yeah, I know. I took Spanish.
Okay. I don't know if anyone else does. I'm just, catering to them.
No, everyone that listens to this podcast knows Spanish.
Yeah, we can see all of our listeners, and they're all from Spain.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I am notoriously bad at this section.
I don't feel good about my guess whatsoever. I got to be honest with you.
I'm going to not err on the side of caution, and I'm going to say you like this album because there's at least one song on here that you definitely like because we've had prior experience to it before. I'm going to throw out a 6. A 6 out of 10.
Wow.
I think it was pretty good, which is pretty good for the Tom scale.
I may have just chosen my number because that was the first Spanish.
Thing that you knew and you felt
Do you
pressured.
want to pick a different number? This is a chance to...
This is what it sounds like.
You have one final opportunity to change your number, and then it's locked in forever.
That's true. If you go back on it now, you're going to look like a chump.
I can't look like a chump in front of the.
I'll call the police.
You can call the police. Just don't call our
band.
producer.
Don't call a sting.
No, I'm going to call the band.
5.4.
5.4.
Crazy.
Look at
Hey,
that.
Let's get crazy.
Let's go crazy even.
Fuck, I got it wrong.
And what better way to go crazy than with a little bit of history?
Yeah.
Purple Rain was released June 25th, 1984 on Warner Records, and it is the 6th studio album by multi-talented American icon Prince and his band The Revolution. It is in the Library of Congress's National Recording Registry and had a direct effect on the parental advisory stickers found on albums.
Our podcast is going to have a similar fate.
Absolutely.
It really should.
It's like Indiana Jones. Indiana
that's
Jones
right,
was the
Temple of
first
Doom.
PG-13.
Yeah, because Temple of Doom was PG, and people were like, that doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
What other things, AJ?
What can we say about Prince? He's an icon.
Best halftime show of all time.
Exactly,
Right?
that's true.
Rest in peace. 2017 was that when that was?
17 or 16.
Something like
I
that.
don't remember.
Yeah.
He was also a new girl.
He was.
He was?
Yeah.
Wow.
that scene has trended on TikTok numerous times.
See, look at that.
I remember
Movies.
being in a pizza shop when that episode was on the TV. Just being like, "Is that Prince? I thought he was dead." Like when?
Oh my God.
I didn't know when. I didn't know when that
this
show
live
was on.
airing of New Girl.
Yeah, I don't know why the show New Girl I always thought was much newer. Prince was one of those people that I felt like had been dead for a while,
Yeah.
but like actually had like died a lot more
Yeah,
recently
recently.
than I actually thought.
Yeah.
I know that now. Like I've once I saw him on that episode and did a little research, I figured out my wrong assumptions.
Well, let's talk about Prince again. Tom, broad thoughts. What did you think about Purple Rain?
First, a little bit of Tom history.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
He had a lot of songs featured on the cinematic masterpiece that is Happy Feet.
Really?
Yeah.
The first
I
one
think
or
it was like
the
2.
franchise?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there was like 2 or 3 songs on the Happy Feet soundtrack.
Gotcha.
He also wrote the entire soundtrack and album for the Batman.
That's right.
1989 Michael Keaton
That he
Batman.
did.
And apparently, it's actually one of like the best instrumentally.
Oh, it's fun. It's really fun.
Yeah. I don't know I feel like I should know it better, but I haven't watched that movie a ton. Like I've seen it before, but
You might know Party Man.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'd probably recognize if I heard it, but like right now,
Yeah.
just hearing the title, I'm like, I don't know.
I think it's when
fuck
the
that
Joker
is.
starts like breaking shit in the
That
house.
sounds about
yeah.
right. You want to get nuts?
Mhm.
Let's get nuts. Let's run through the tracks.
All right.
That's how I like to do things.
Go
I'm
off,
gonna run
Tom.
through the tracks. Feel free to interrupt. Give your own little comments here and there.
Okay.
We'll save it for
A
our own
lively
segment.
discussion.
I'm
Okay.
sure you'll say something that causes us to interject.
Let's go crazy.
Yeah.
I've been listening to this album for a while because you let me know what it was a little
ahead of
while
time.
ago. And since I listened to it, I just keep going, dearly beloved. I say it all the time.
We got that hit today.
Yeah, I say it all the time. Anyway, 9 out of 10. That's a
Yeah,
really good song.
Banger opener.
I feel like this album has like at least three songs that many would consider like the top 100 songs of all time. Like I'd say Let's Go Crazy is up there. Maybe not top 100, but
yeah.
I mean Purple
But
Rain.
iconic songs.
Purple
yeah.
Rain
Absolutely.
and When Doves Cry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just
definitely.
gonna go. I'm just gonna jump ahead and say both of those are 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
When Doves Cry was featured in the Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes Romeo and Juliet movie, the one where they've got
Interesting.
guns instead of swords.
Like,
Never
and they're
seen
in,
it.
And they're like in California or something.
I
like
think
that?
so. And John Leguizamo's there.
Oh, nice. As Luigi.
Yeah, as Luigi. Luigi Mario brother.
Did you also know Let's Go Crazy was in the second Kingsman movie?
I feel like I saw that and I
Yeah.
meant to write it down, but I didn't.
Well,
I
then,
should have.
there you go.
That's a good movie.
It's not.
The second Kingsman, I like the Golden
The
Circle.
first one's. I think it's.
Pedro Pascal.
I think it's a big dip in quality from the first
Who was
one.
the other one? Was it Channing Tatum?
Yeah,
Was he the
and
other
Halle
one?
Berry.
I remember Halle Berry,
Yeah.
and then Jeff Bridges.
I was gonna say the same
Jeff
thing.
Bridges.
He's like the head. I really
Yeah.
like that movie.
And Elton John. I don't like it. I think it's
Elton
kind of
John
bad.
is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. This is a little tangent about that movie, but you can. But it's music related, so I think it counts.
Uh-huh.
You can track the exact moments that got Taron Egerton the role of Elton John
yeah.
in Rocket Man. It's that movie where he clearly met Elton John.
Uh huh.
And then he was in Sing, the animated movie,
Yeah. And
where
he
he
sang,
performed "I'm Still
Still
Standing"
I see.
by
Gotcha.
Elton John.
Mhm.
And then
I mean, Taron Egerton is Elton John.
He
was
is Rocket
Elton
Man.
John in the Rocket Man movie, which is a great movie.
It's a
also.
good pipeline.
I have a movie poster for it on my wall. Same with Bohemian Rhapsody. Take Me With You. I thought that one was fine. I thought it was pretty good though. Like 6, I said like 6 to 7 out of 10,
Mhm.
somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
I couldn't really settle on it. I know where it falls in my final ranking, but a lot of the song numbers are going to be kind of like, here's a
Yeah.
range for now. I'm kind of figuring it out.
Mhm.
I'll say that's a 6.5.
Okay.
Usually if I do a
Keep it
6 to
safe.
7 out of 10, I just say
In the middle.
whatever the middle is. The Beautiful Ones, I also gave a 6 out of 10. I feel like those two songs were just kind of there. They were good. They were
Mhm.
definitely, I mean, it's Prince. I feel like I don't think he can make a bad song. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
Like even his worst songs are like middle of the road, and that's pretty damn
Prince is one of the
impressive.
most like consistent artists of all time,
Yeah.
especially with the volume of like albums he's released. It's very impressive.
He's also one of those people that, from what I can tell, is like a performer on stage.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
up there
my
with
God,
yeah,
the,
he
yeah.
sells.
the Freddie Mercurys of the world as
Mhm.
far as performing on stage.
Yeah,
He's a rock legend.
Absolutely.
Computer Blue, I do feel like I shouldn't have liked, but I really vibed with it.
It bangs.
I did
Uh,
like it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Wendy. That's my mom's name,
Oh.
and also the name they say at the beginning of
That's true.
the song.
The little
And
monologue.
then Lisa, I think, was
Yeah.
the woman
Lisa and
talking
Wendy
there.
about
Yeah.
to take a bath.
What a couple of legends, you know?
I did not think that's what you were about to say.
What a couple of legends.
Again, family podcast.
That was so funny.
I gave that one like a 7 to 8 out of 10. So we'll just say 7.5
Mhm.
to keep things consistent. Darling Nikki was a horny ass
Oh
song.
yeah, that's the
Oh,
song.
my God,
I
yeah.
gave it an 8 out of 10. It was,
Yeah,
good.
it's
It was
awesome.
horny as hell, but it
Yeah.
was really good.
That's the song that got parental advisory stickers on
Good.
albums. Yeah.
good.
Because Tipper Gore gave her daughter Purple Rain, and then she heard it. She was like, "What?"
Incredible.
Here we are.
Wait, I knew that.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers is big into music, and he makes music. And I was talking about
Yeah.
it. I'll probably come up again later if I'm being honest. But I mentioned this album, and he pretty much said the history you said at the
Yep.
beginning, and then also that.
Yeah.
All that stuff came up, which was kind of cool.
Look at that.
I'm learning. When Doves Cry, as I said, 10 out of 10.
Mhm.
It's one of the best songs ever made, probably.
So
like,
good.
Sure.
it's up there,
Yeah.
right?
We
The Jack Black version.
We also we have some sentimentality
That's
toward this
true.
song.
Inside jokes and whatnot.
There is a version on YouTube that I watched quite a lot of Jack Black and Kyle Gass performing this song at one of their concerts, because in the middle of one of their like really hyped up songs, there's like this little music break where he goes like, "It's time for my solo," and then he just picks a random like iconic song over the last few decades and just sings over
it
a cappella.
And like mashes it together so it like flows differently.
He chooses to perform as all the instruments as
Yep.
well, which
That's
is
also
pretty
true.
remarkable.
And he says, "How?" Right?
Do you just leave me standing?
Incredible.
We also had another joke where many a time in the car we would play When Doves Cry and sing it as Muscle Man from Regular Show.
That's true.
Which
I don't know if I was a part of that. I don't remember that.
which I still do
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's
You
pretty
should.
good.
Care to give us a taste?
Yeah, I'll got the backing track going
You
right now.
can't tease a vocal like that.
Bum,
and-
bum, 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 bum.
Maybe you're just like Starla, and maybe you're just like my mom.
I like to just throw back to when I said, if you don't make it to the end, I understand.
Yeah, that's
this
fair.
is one of
That's
those
really
moments.
fair.
You
you know?
asked for it.
Honestly,
I
you know
mean?
what? I retract my
And
statement.
if you're still here,
badass,
welcome to the
Thank
family.
you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're officially
Buster.
you're officially a cousin of the family album if you're still here after that. Okay,
That's what we say.
We're gonna invite you to Thanksgiving. Watch out for your corn. Ben will take it.
If you know, you
It
know.
was the worst
Yeah.
trip I've ever been on.
Anyway, Tom, keep it going.
Baby, I'm a star. Oh no, I skipped one. I would die for you. I love when a song title has a
Yeah,
number.
for you.
I don't know why, but I would like that.
He does it twice. with
It's
Take Me
also
With
just a
You,
good
too.
song.
Yeah.
It's also a very good song. I would die for you. I gave a 9 out of 10. That's a really good one.
Mhm.
And then Baby, I'm a Star. This was probably my weakest song. I don't think I can explain why though. Like it came on and I was just kind of like, eh.
Okay.
That's kind of
I
how I
don't
feel.
care.
About
I
it,
really
too.
like this one, so we'll discuss
I just
later.
didn't vibe with it for some
Yeah.
reason, and it doesn't make sense because like it's very similar to a lot of the other songs
Yeah.
on here that I did really like, and I truly don't know what the disconnect is. It
Mhm.
just was there. And then Purple Rain is
It's
one
Purple
of
Rain.
the best songs ever made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
I gave it a 10 out of 10. It is a little long sometimes though. Like sometimes it's
8
on
minutes?
and I
8
get
minutes.
I get to like 80% through it. I'm like, you know what? I can skip. I can skip to
We got
whatever's
the
next.
gist. We got the
Yeah,
gist.
the rain is purple, and I get that. Okay, I got it 7 minutes ago. That being said, it is still like a 10 out of 10, one of the greatest
Yeah.
songs ever made.
It's iconic.
It is.
And it definitely earns the title of title track.
and
Oh,
it
without a doubt.
became even more iconic when he performed it at the Super
Oh,
Bowl,
and
and it
it
started
rained.
raining
Yeah,
while
dude.
he was singing that song. That's rad as fuck.
Mm-hmm. It's badass. He planned that.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Rad-
did in fact plan that.
let me take that again. Rad as
Frick.
fun.
Family.
Rad as family
Family.
heads. That's what we call the fans of the podcast.
That's true.
We're geniuses. We're comedy geniuses. It's gonna be crazy when I give it a 3 out of 10. Though.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. But I'm
All
pretty
the
sure it's
songs
dead
are like
wrong.
9, 8, 7, 6, 9.
Yeah, it just
8,
wasn't for
10,
me.
10. I just feel like it was kind of a 2. Like you put them all together, and it's something about it.
Well, but I mean, from our broad thoughts, it seems like Tom liked it a decent amount. But man, what are your thoughts on Purple Rain?
I simply adore this record.
Yeah.
It is just from start to finish, every single fucking song just absolutely rips.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have like my favorite songs ranked.
Okay.
Would you like to guess?
Like
we
a top
got-
5 thing?
I do have
Okay.
a top 5, but here's the deal: 2 of them share the number 1 spot.
I
Is
see.
it When Doves Cry and Purple Rain?
Well, we have to guess the other
You
3.
can guess the other ones.
Yeah. Is that the number 1
Well,
spot?
we can work our way up, Tom.
Oh, we're going
Go
from 5
5
to
to
1. I didn't realize you were guessing in order. I thought it was just guess the top 5. My bad.
I'm going to
Now,
say.
wait, is it technically 6 songs? Or
It is,
did
but-
you skip
Oh.
2 because 2 are into the number 1 spot?
2 are in the number 1 spot.
And then
But-
there
and
is
then
a
there's
2,
4
3,
others.
5.
It still goes 5. It still goes 2,
5.
3, 4, 5. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wow.
So technically, there's 6.
This is gonna be. I feel like this is gonna be a lot harder now. Now that I
Yeah.
have to guess 5.
There are 2 that I could not decide between.
I don't know the order. I'm going to go I Would Die For You, Computer Blue, Darling Nikki, Let's Go Crazy, then with Dove's Cry, Purple Rain.
Darling Nikki, number 5.
Okay.
Let's Go Crazy, number 4. I gotta look at them. I Would Die For You, number 3. I think Matt's sleeper is Baby I'm a Star at number 2.
He's just bluffing because he didn't want us to guess right.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'm gonna say Purple Rain and When
The
Doves
Doves.
Cry are tied for first.
All right, Matt.
Honorable mention. The Beautiful Ones almost made it on here.
That's fair.
because I actually really like it.
Agreed.
It's funky. Fifth place, Computer Blue. Some of my favorite synths on the album are on this song. The guitar solo in the middle is just too fucking good. Like, it sounds like a cheesy 80s commercial, but like in the best possible way.
Absolutely.
And his pedal effects go insane. And just, oh my God, like, it almost like morphs into something completely different.
The shift like halfway through was awesome, and then it ties it back up again at the end.
You see, this is just my way of running through all the tracks that I like. I wanted to make it like fun.
Oh well, thanks.
I
I like the presentation.
I also loved the way that they shifted pedals and went into the third gear.
Tom, it's very astute. You see, you're learning. Look at that.
At number 4, Purple Rain. Listen, I mean, it's a flawless song. I just also like, I could definitely see people being like, oh yeah, I can listen to this anytime, any place. I also like more upbeat things lately.
Agreed.
So
No, I fully agree with you, actually.
and like you said, it is almost 9 minutes. So I mean,
I do feel like the 10 out of 10 was almost out of respect more than anything
Out of
else. You know what I
enjoyment,
mean?
it
And
makes sense.
it's very warranted. It is a
it
good
makes
song.
sense. It's incredible. It's so iconic. I love just like after this whole thing of just, you know, going crazy, if you will.
Yeah.
There's just this sense of sincerity at the very end. Because we know Prince to be one of the most passionate lovers in rock history, but having a bit more like heartache. In
We
his
all
music,
know.
As we all have first
Experienced.
experience.
I mean, I would think it's a pretty accurate.
No, that's very fair. I mean, considering like the topics and like the words he uses in his songs, he's one horny motherfucker.
Him and Nikki, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But the thing is, like, I like the fact that it showed him being even more passionate, but in like a heartache kind of sense.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a flawless song. That's just my ranking.
That's fair.
Number 3, this one actually switched a lot, but it landed on Take Me With You.
Oh, I can see why. It's a great song.
I at first was like, oh, I don't really remember this track because this is another one where like I was listening to it when I was driving.
Yeah.
Because I've done a lot of driving over the summer, and I would be like, oh, I don't really know if I remember this one. But then I remember like how much I enjoyed it when I was listening, but I never actually figured out
Yeah.
which track it was because I didn't want to be looking at my phone while I'm driving.
It's really nice.
I'm a coward, I know.
I just do. I have my phone up. I watch YouTube videos right in front of my face while I drive.
Green Lovers.
Yeah.
on loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's super fucking groovy. The synth strings in that little
Oh
riff.
yeah, man.
Just, oh my God.
I think those might be real. Because I think it was
then
like,
that's even fucking better.
I was looking at the personnel. I think there's like actual like string like on the album.
Then now I like it even more.
Yeah.
Second place. No, I'm kidding. The harmonies on this one are just fucking
man.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's just an amazing like 80s power rock anthem right there.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Number 2 is Darling Nikki. Just let you guys watch Nikki grind, man. It's just
makes
true.
sense.
one of the raunchiest songs ever written.
Amen.
When the chorus comes in, I go fucking ape shit.
That crunchy fucking guitar riff all the way through.
So does Nikki.
The synth scratches an itch in my brain.
So does Nikki.
I felt that it had to at least be in the top 3. It was really hard to place which ones
Yeah.
are my favorites.
So
but I
was
wanted
me.
to. Jesus fucking Christ.
Sorry, so was Prince. My fault.
The syncopation of the subdivided beats like are so awesome when he's like soloing on top of it.
Yeah.
And just like, oh my gosh, the backwards message part.
Yeah.
I love when artists do crazy shit like
fun.
that. It's fun.
And also, like, when you reveal the backwards message is like really like funny punchline, this like Christian message at the bottom of this really horny song.
Literally like one of the most horny songs of
Yeah.
all time.
What is the message? Because I don't know it.
I forget what it is. It's something about like the Lord is coming, and like that gets
Well,
repeated over and
hey,
over
wait a
again.
minute.
Yeah,
It may not be religious,
So is Nikki. In joint first place.
Is When Doves Cry, as you guys guess,
Yeah.
and I Would Die For You.
nice.
I couldn't decide between the two. I found that like my enjoyment was like equal because I like them both for different reasons.
It's fair.
Like I could argue for the first song, When Doves Cry, that I mentioned. being the best fucking song on the record. Genuinely,
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I could fucking see that argument. It's like
probably my favorite. I don't think I skipped that one ever. Like Purple Rain sometimes gets a little long, and I skip towards like after I've listened to like 5 minutes of it, I'm like, I've had enough.
When Doves Cry, I never skip it. It's, dare I say, like, if not his most popular, at least his second most popular in like his entire discography. I love the fucking like droning drum machine, and then like the surprise, like really crunchy harmonies.
Yeah, man.
It just it's so
The way it
interesting.
just keeps escalating.
Crunch.
It's like skeletal yet complete at the same time.
And that's like Prince, if you think about it. Just really think about it.
Because he's dead?
Jesus Christ. I feel like he was just a thin guy. That's what I was going for.
I guess.
I was going for thin.
I didn't really like either of those answers.
I didn't mean it as dead. I feel like I need to get ahead of this.
Let's address the controversy right now.
Yeah, I'm going to make an Instagram post later today.
Like Dave Grohl.
Stop it. We're not. Oh my God. Whatever. I Would Die For You. I love When Doves Cry, but this is like the closest thing this song and like a song on another album is like Prince city pop almost.
Okay.
And like something about it, I'm just like, this is fucking ear candy to me, man. Like it's also like the perfect length, which is also what Darling Nikki said to Prince.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
it's true in both scenarios.
just like, oh my God, it's like not too long. It's upbeat enough. I love the freaking like keys. Like, dun, dun, dun. It's not too long. It's not upbeat. And I see what
I've just been thinking about ear candy. There's something there, and I can't quite find the.
Keep
joke.
working on that, Matt. Keep going.
Yeah, just the keys, like Darling Nikki, just bang. You know. Yeah, those are my top 5 with 2 tied in first.
I mean, very understandable choices.
With the other ones, let me just say, like, they're amazing songs. I just found myself listening to these like 6 over and over.
Yeah.
Like Let's Go Crazy is really, really good. And it comes in really, really hot. But I also just, I don't know.
No, I'm pretty sure he comes in. Me and all my other green lovers out there, okay?
They get it. They get it.
They get it.
They get me.
Guys,
they get it. If you don't know what we're talking about, just go on YouTube.
With your parents.
Actually, go on
www.ifuckninjaturtles.uk and sit with your parents when you look this up as well. It's something that they all need to see.
But don't make fun of me because I don't know how to sing. So
it's my first video. It's my first song.
This is the family album, so anything we recommend you should do with as much of your family as possible.
That's true. That's where we get the name from.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, I think those are very astute observations, Matt. I can definitely see why those are your top 5 in quotes.
Do you want us to guess your top 5?
No,
it's gonna be like it's gonna be the same 6.
Probably not. I'm just gonna go track by track. So Let's Go Crazy. The song that got me into Prince. One of my favorites of all time. And I did actually learn from it from Kingsman. That's how I got into Prince. So you know what? Your strategy of listening to songs from movies is pretty valid. It's a good way to discover new music.
My one gateway into music, I feel like, is movies, and I do think a movie's or like a director's ability to use music properly in a movie can actually like make or break
absolutely. Yeah.
Like I think James Gunn with the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, those movies would have been like they still would have been good, but the soundtracks attached to those movies
just boost
make
even
them
more. Yeah.
So much better. Yeah. In his Suicide Squad also, I feel like
was
enhanced by the music. Yeah.
He's good at an ensemble cast.
Yeah.
But I love Let's Go Crazy. The guitar solo is fucking immaculate. I love the monologue. I have it memorized. It's just really fun. It's a great way to start the album. It really sets the tone of we're going to get crazy, especially at the end with all the crashing, everything kind of coming down. I'm actually playing this at a cover show, as well as Computer Blue, which I'm fucking stoked for. Take Me With You is one that I always kind of liked. I think it's just a very nice come down from Let's Go Crazy while also getting a little more intimate, but still keeping up the energy, which is very impressive. And then Apollonia and Lisa Coleman, the backup vocals, do phenomenal, especially with those harmonies like you mentioned. And the strings are fantastic. They add such a nice element to this entire project. The Beautiful Ones is one that I actually like really grew to love. It wasn't a favorite at first, but I really like how it's a nice ballad before getting to the really raunchy funk towards the end. It's a nice kind of transition, and it goes extremely hard.
It's like borderline noise rock toward the end. Like he goes crazy.
He does in fact go crazy. Bringing back the strings and the keys. It's just a really nice ballad. Computer Blue, I fucking adore.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that song really
It's great.
It's just purely instrumental, aside of the like little bit at the beginning
first
where
verse.
she's like,
"Where is my lover?"
But it's not even really singing. I feel like
No,
the
there's
beginning.
two verses.
Is there a little? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Where could
the
she
verses.
be?
Oh,
Remember?
I just remember Wendy and Lisa.
Taking a bath.
Yeah,
Those legends.
legends. Yeah, legends. Legends. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I love how it's just kind of split in half, where it has like the ascending riff before it goes into the more digital kind of sound with the synth riff and the second guitar solo, and then it kind of ties it all back in the end with a reprise of the first section. It's just a really well constructed song, and it tickles an itch, like "Darling Nikki."
Okay, you've taken it too far, actually.
That was called a transition, Tom. Like Prince, this track fucks. It's very good. I love the shredding guitar solo in there. I love how like the kind of split like limerick section that it has, where it's almost like a poem introducing this character before she starts to grind, and then the instrumental comes in and it gets really heavy. It's a really fun song, really crazy song. When Doves Cry, it's iconic. I think we said enough about it.
So good.
It's fantastic.
One of the best songs of all time.
according to Tom. What he
I
says
don't even
is
think that's
gospel.
according to me. I feel like that's pretty standard. Like people,
It's hegemonic at this point.
I feel like if you ask most people, like, have you heard of Doves Cry? They'd once say yes. And it's like, what do you think about it? I'm guessing mostly positive reviews.
I would say so too.
Yeah.
I think it's for a lot of Prince songs.
Yeah.
I Would Die For You. I like this because of Thundercat. He did a cover of it. Which is
Did he
very cute.
really?
Yeah.
Is it on Spotify?
It's on YouTube. I know for sure.
Oh, dude, I'm looking that up later.
Yeah, and he changed the lyrics, so it's like, I don't give a fuck.
I'm looking that up.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking dope as shit.
It's awesome.
He removed the
usage-
4.
What?
He removed the 4.
Yeah, it's like Fan 4 stick. It's like F4CK.
I don't
Give a-
and then 4. This is so dumb.
I love the use of piano on this track a lot. I like how prominent it is in the mix, and it's just like a really nice kind of like sentiment in there. It's very soulful. It has like almost like soul elements in this track, which I like a lot. A lot of passion.
I would die for you.
Baby I'm a Star, I love. It's one of the first tracks I really enjoyed. I think it's a nice penultimate track. I think it's really shows off his personality greatly. It's kind of like an almost like victory lap song before getting into Purple Rain. Basically kind of like tying everything together before like the big climax. And everyone around there just kind of does their best. The backup vocals are fantastic. When he says he's rich on personality, that's a fucking proven fact. I think it's just a really nice penultimate track. And then Purple Rain. God, I love Ween.
Oh yeah, they did perform Purple Rain live.
That they did, and it was awesome.
It was so good.
It's really fucking cool.
Did it start raining when they were singing?
Yeah, Chocolate Rain actually.
Tay Zonday was
Yeah,
there?
Tay Zonday came out.
the other day.
Purple
Rain.
The Yellow River boys are all in shame.
Purple Rain. Nikki grinds and all Prince feels is pain.
I fuck Ninja Turtles.uk.
Damn it! I was trying to come up with something for that. That was so good. The problem is this is such a niche reference.
I'm so happy, like
People who know,
syllabic wise, that worked.
That was good. But yeah, Purple Rain's great. It's a perfect closer. It's iconic for a reason. Amazing guitar solo, such passionate vocals, a real culmination of everything. It's fantastic. So, Tom, do you hate Purple Rain by Prince?
No, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I didn't officially attach like a out of 10 or
Yeah.
a grade to this one yet.
So we get an on the spot one.
But because I'm torn where I want to place it on my top 10. I feel like I've been using the other albums as like a means of grading, if that
Yeah,
makes sense.
like
Being
a
like,
gauge.
I like it more than, because I feel like my number system is all fucking over the place. Just because when we started, I had no baseline.
Yeah.
So I definitely think it's below Meatloaf still. I think Bad Out of
Okay.
Hell is still
Still
my
number
number one.
one.
And I gave that a 9 out of 10. And then Starbomb is my number 2. And there's a part of me that wants to keep that at number 2. And not even for a bit. Like I'm genuinely torn because it's like I know Purple Rain, the song and the album, is like one of the greatest songs of all time and one of the greatest albums of all time. And I did really, really enjoy it, but there's just a small part of me that's like, but I've been listening to this one forever. You know, and it's got a special place in my heart. It's definitely above Led Zeppelin 4. I'll say that.
Okay.
It's definitely above the 7.9. So it's in that A tier rank.
Nice. Good
I
shit.
almost want to make Bad Outta Hell a 9.5 and Purple Rain a 9. Like bump Bad Outta Hell up and put
Prince.
Purple Rain
Yeah.
in that slot and make
Gotcha.
Purple Rain. I'm gonna say for now the official on the books at this very moment until
Yeah.
the
Here we go.
end of the season when we do like an update how I've shifted things around. I'm gonna say Bad Outta Hell is moved up to a 9.5.
Nice.
Okay.
Remains an A+.
Good shit.
Very well could be an S tier someday. And then Purple Rain slots in at a 9 even for the time being. We'll see if that adjusts eventually. I'm gonna give it an A+. I think he's earned it.
Yeah, I think so too.
Absolutely.
I feel
Yeah.
like if there wasn't a Super Bowl performance, maybe it's just an A. But a
Combined with
legendary,
that,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? I know that this is a show about reviewing albums, and I should only focus on the album.
He did play a few songs from this album
But
on
when
that show.
the fuck have I ever
That's a
followed
good point. The
normal
formula.
Yeah, the formula of anything. The
Yeah.
podcast.
So A tier.
Yeah,
Is
I'd
it
say-
still number 3 below Starbomb?
It's A. I'd said A+, right?
A+, yeah.
It's number 2. It's
Number
above
2.
Starbomb.
Look at that.
I'll
wow.
place it above Starbomb for now.
For now.
For
that
now.
might change.
No, probably won't.
But very bold step.
So like an 8 out of 9 out of 10.
Yeah, it's like an 8 out of 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
I'd say. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay.
A 9 out of 8 out of 7 out of 5 out of 4 out of 10. If any listener comments what that math equals, the first person to do it,
You're a
and
fucking
recommends any album, I'll listen to the entirety of that album.
Well, Tom, you don't have to worry because no one comments.
It's true.
That's true.
I will listen. If anyone ever comments an album, I'll listen to it. And
That's a good point. He will do that.
My end segment today will be proof of that.
That's true.
But
before we get into
before
that,
we do that,
Matt,
you
final
guys-
thoughts on Purple Rain.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god. I when I first started listening to Prince, I didn't really listen to him much like before he died, actually.
Yeah.
And I remember in high school I had given this a listen all the way through and I really liked it. So revisiting that as an adult, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
And
Absolutely.
every single song, even the ones I didn't mention in my top 5, they fucking bang.
Mm-hmm.
Even the one that I don't particularly like listen to as much, Baby I'm a Star.
Yeah.
It's still objectively like really good.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why I was really excited to listen to this again was because I watched like a video that kind of went through all of his albums and like where he was in his life. So it was kind of cool, like sort of matching that up and being like, yeah, this is really influential.
Mm-hmm.
So like, did I rate it yet or no?
No.
This is the time.
This is the rating time.
I see.
Yeah.
It's the rating
Rating time.
So I gave it like also an A+, a 9.7 out of 10.
he's copying me.
I actually wrote it down. I
That's-
don't know what
that's
you're
a good
talking
point.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote it down right after I said it.
I did hear some
I saw
clicking.
him.
Actually, if you go back to that timestamp, you get your clicking noises in the background.
Yeah, too bad I'm not going to put that in because I'm editing it, but whatever.
Yeah, it's crazy that he gave it exactly a 9 out of 7 out of 8 out of 4 out of 5. And then just, clip in what I said earlier so I sound smart. Don't leave this in. If you leave this in, I'm going to look real fucking dumb, Matt.
And he's going to walk.
Matt, if you leave this in, I'm going to look really dumb. You gotta edit this part out and edit it in, okay?
Yeah, we don't want you to look down in front of Mr. Q-Tip, do we?
Mr. Q-Tip.
No, please, no.
We don't want to know what the X stands for.
So I really like Purple Rain a lot. I think Purple Rain is a phenomenal album. I think it definitely earns the status as one of the best albums of all time. Just the instrumentation is incredible. Prince is such a charismatic, engaging performer that you just get lost in his charisma. Really like pushed boundaries with Darling Nikki, and that's very respectable. So much so that it created an entire like cultural like stigma going forward for albums with the parental advisory sticker. Everyone pulls their weight on here. The song concepts are amazing. The instrumentation is fantastic. The harmonies are great. Everyone just pulls their weight. It's just a lot of fun. So I think Purple Rain's an easy S tier for me. I think it's one of the best albums of all time. And it might be at the top of my list for Tom Hates albums. I'd have to go back and see.
I would probably agree. I
Yeah.
can see this moving up like letter grade wise for me too.
Yeah.
I could see this getting an S tier. I feel like I'm being very, very. I'm holding back on the S tier because part of me feels like there's something out there. You know what I mean? There's gonna be an album.
That one album.
That
That White Whale.
Yeah, exactly. My
Yeah.
Moby Dick is out there. Okay,
Well, this has been a very fun episode of Tom Hates Albums.
That it has.
that's true. I've got a fun little. I did extra credit over the break.
That he
While
did.
you guys were doing extra episodes, I made a friend at work, and he makes music and recommended me an album,
which
and then-
is
which is I don't want to get it wrong. It's Queens of the Stone Age.
Songs of the Deaf.
Songs for the Deaf.
Yeah.
Yes. And it was pretty damn good. I really liked it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I took notes or anything. Like I listened to it in the car.
Yeah.
And at work a little bit. I enjoyed it. I don't know where it would fall in like a rank. I'd probably put it below like a Led Zeppelin. Maybe like a 6, somewhere in the 6. I put it honestly in around where I ranked Court of the Crimson King. It probably falls in that range for me. Never mind Court of the Crimson King, that like 7, high 6, low 7 range.
That echelon.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. And then I also found out that he makes music.
Yeah.
And he does all of it himself. It's kind of like he plays all of the instruments and sings.
And produces.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm going to say the name of his Spotify.
Yeah, shout him out.
And then I'm going to ask him on work if he's okay with that. And we can cut this if this... yeah.
Just shoot me a text.
Fair enough.
I will.
All right, cool.
It's Chris Cactus. And he had a song called Big Daddy Cactus that I listened to today.
Nice.
It was pretty good. I'm not going to lie. It made me laugh to see the title, and the song was good.
Well, if he's cool with that, check out Chris Cactus, Big Daddy Cactus.
And if he's not, you didn't hear any of it. Well, you
That's
heard
true.
the Queens of the Stone Age bit.
Then that's all that matters.
Yeah.
But that'll do it for another episode of, actually, our first episode of Tom Hates Albums of the season.
Woohoo!
I'm your host, AJ Tenari.
I'm Matt Glass.
And I'm Tom Murphy.
Thank you for listening and for your constant love and support, and we will see Tom next month.
Peace.
Good luck finding me.